Hello! Thank you for joining me for yet another cooking extravaganza. Today I'm sharing my recipes for some super fun Halloween treats. These are kind of like a healthier party alternative, but they're not like super healthy, so don't worry. But yeah, these are to bring to Halloween parties, or you can make them at home just to have some fun, festive food for the Halloween season. So I'm going to be sharing 3 different recipes with you guys today. One of them is like a snack, one of them is an hors d'oeuvre that could also be turned into a dinner if you wanted, and then the other is going to be a dessert. And they all have a spooky twist. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and all of the recipes are going to be down below. Enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching. Recipe 1, homemade pizza crackers. These are super cheesy and tasty. So we just got some flour, nutritional yeast, garlic, salt, and some spices. We got some herbs in there. You're gonna process it up, add some earth balance, or olive oil works as well. Process it a little more, and you're gonna slowly add water, tablespoon by tablespoon, until it gets thick and kind of forms a ball like you see here. Then we're gonna put some parchment paper out and throw our dough ball here. Cut it in half. We're gonna dye half of it black. You could do green, orange, whatever colors you want to do. You know, get funky with it. It's your Halloween. So after we split them up and dye them, we're gonna cover them in another layer of parchment paper and roll them out to like very thin, like a 1/16 of an inch thin. You want them very, like so thin you can barely pick it up. Cut it into inch cubes, and then we're gonna throw them in the oven. The exact time and temperature are below. The next recipe is veggie meatballs in a cheesy green slime sauce. So before we get started, we're gonna make some cashew Parmesan cheese, and you're gonna do that by blending up some raw cashews, and you're gonna add salt and nutritional yeast, and just put those in a food processor until it's like the texture you see here, like a Parmesan cheese. And then we're gonna grab your onion and garlic. We're going to chop them up. You don't have to do it too finely here. I like to crush my garlic and then chop it. So we're going to add our onions first and then our garlic next. So we don't want to overcook the garlic. And you're really just getting them like translucent here. We don't want to like caramelize them. We're going to add half of the onions and garlic to some white beans, some nutritional yeast, breadcrumbs, and seasonings, and salt, all that good stuff. And we're gonna blend these up into our meatballs. Similar to what we did with the crackers, we're gonna take out half of the meatball batter. And I decided to use wheatgrass to dye half of the meatballs green, but you could use spinach if you don't wanna use wheatgrass, or any kind of green thing. Pretty much will taste fine in here. So I decided to make little mini meatballs, so I thought those would be cute for a party. So I just did like not even a whole inch wide little meatballs. In a blender, we are gonna blend up your non-dairy milk, some spices, herbs, and some of your cashew Parmesan cheese. I also added wheatgrass here and some flour to thicken it up. Heat that sauce up and you'll see the color kind of comes out. So these are the meatballs after they're cooked, and we're just gonna put the green sauce in a serving dish and kind of place the meatballs on the sauce so they come out of the top of it. And I thought that was a pretty neat way to serve it, but you could also serve the slime on the side. So our next recipe is gonna be chocolate chickpea truffles filled with blood, and the filled with blood part was definitely so extra, so don't feel like you need to fill them with blood. They won't even be missing anything. I just thought it would be a cool aesthetic, you know? So we're gonna add beet juice, sugar, and cornstarch. We're gonna heat that up until it's thick. I had to strain out some of the cornstarch. After you take it off the heat, you're gonna add vanilla, cover it up with some saran wrap, stick it in the fridge. So for the truffles, we're gonna start by blending up some dates. Add chickpeas, sunflower seeds, your cocoa powder, maple syrup, all that good stuff. I also added tahini in this recipe. So yeah, you just want to keep blending it and pushing it down. I definitely had to like mix it up a few times, but eventually it should get really smooth, almost like hummus or something. And we're gonna let this chill in the fridge because right now it's gonna be really sticky at room temperature. So we're gonna scoop up probably tablespoon-sized truffle balls. You could do a little smaller if you want. My goal was to make them eyeball looking, but I really struggled with white chocolate. I didn't find good vegan white chocolate, but I think the scariest thing was the way my hands looked at the end of this. So I filled up my injector with my blood, and I kind of made like a little bit of a hollow spot with the end of the needle in the truffle before I injected the blood. So yeah, I just went through every little one and did that. It took way longer than you're gonna see in the video here. And then I saved one truffle and I took little pieces of it and covered each hole. You definitely don't have to do this if you don't feel like it. And then I covered them with chocolate after I chilled them in the fridge again. Yeah, so you're just gonna top them with some sunflower seeds, sprinkles, powdered sugar, cacao nibs, whatever you want. Put them in the fridge for a little bit longer, and they come out nice and pretty. Alright, and here's all the finished food. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you try out some of these recipes. And if you do, send me a photo, please. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm even on Facebook if you want to find me on there. Yeah, please send me. Please let me know if you try any of this stuff out. I think a lot of them will be perfect for Halloween parties. I even brought these crackers to a Halloween party last year, and they were a huge hit, so definitely give them a shot. Recipes below, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.